The 2026 Kia Sportage just rolled into showrooms with a software patch for its infotainment, a few fresh paint colors, and a price bump that wipes out the last real reason people used to forgive it. If you're cross-shopping compact SUVs and the Sportage is still on your maybe list, these 7 realities, pulled straight from the latest owner forms, EPA filings, and Kia's own March 2026 dealer bulletins, explain why the math no longer works. Number 7, the sheet metal still splits the room. Kia's 2026 facelift gives the Sportage new LED graphics and a reshaped lower bumper, but the trademark boomerang lighting and origami body sides carry over untouched. J.D. Power's first-month sentiment tracker shows the love it or hate it score holding at 52% negative, exactly where it sat in 2025. In the same survey, the Honda CR-V and Mazda CX-50 both sit below 15% negative, which means most buyers simply shrug and move on. If you weren't a fan of the Sportage's look before, the 2026 tweaks are eyeliner on an already busy face. Walk around a parking lot of fresh 2026 models and the Sportage still screams for attention while its rivals whisper. The Honda CR-V offers clean, universally appealing lines that age like a white t-shirt. The Mazda CX-50 delivers sophisticated athletic proportions that could wear an Audi badge. Meanwhile, the Sportage continues to look like it's trying too hard in a segment that prizes anonymity. Kia's design team insists the new silver-accented lower sills reduce visual mass, but to most eyes, they simply add another crease to an already busy canvas. For buyers who want a compact SUV that blends in rather than stands out, the Sportage's styling remains a deal-breaker, and no amount of new wheel finishes will change that. Number 6, the electrified versions still under-deliver. Kia advertises 43 miles per gallon city for the hybrid and 34 electric miles for the plug-in, yet the EPA's December 2025 audit shows the hybrid returning 37 miles per gallon at a steady 75 miles per hour. 3 behind the 2026 Toyota RAV4 hybrid and 4 behind the Honda CR-V hybrid. Reddit users are posting real-world tanks of 32 to 35 miles per gallon, and the top gripe is unchanged. The switch from EV to gas delivers a shudder at 22 miles per hour that Toyota eliminated 2 years ago. Kia's latest software flash shortened the glitch by 0.2 of a second, according to Service Bulletin 24-EV-026, but it did not remove it. The plug-in fares worse. Inside EV's 70-mile-per-hour test recorded 28 electric miles before the engine fired, 6 short of the label, and the 7.2-kilowatt onboard charger is now 2 kilowatts behind the Ford Escape PHEV. If you are buying Electrified to save fuel, the gap between brochure and asphalt is larger here than anywhere else in the class. Number 5, the base engine is still the slowest dog in the pack. The carryover 2.5-liter naturally aspirated 4 keeps its 187 horsepower and 178 pound-feet, but curb weight inches up 42 pounds with the new reinforced door rings. The result, car and driver clocked the 2026 EX at 9.6 seconds to 60 miles per hour, 10th slower than the last test and a full second behind the turbocharged CR-V and CX-50. Passing performance is where you feel it most. The 8-speed automatic's third gear ratio is tall enough that 50 to 70 miles per hour takes 6.2 seconds, almost 2 seconds longer than the RAV4's new 2.5-liter hybrid setup. Kia could have dropped in the 1.6-liter turbo from the Seltos, but that engine doesn't meet the 2026 particulate standard without a costly new catalyst, so the wheezy base unit soldiers on. You'll plan merges like a tractor-trailer driver and still reach the on-ramp merge point later than everyone else. Load the car with 2 adults and a week's luggage, and the 2.5-liter drones at 4,500 revolutions per minute just to maintain 75 miles per hour up a modest grade, while the CR-V's low-boost turbo barely cracks 3,000 RPM. The transmission's logic also prefers early upshifts to save fuel, so you're constantly kicking down 2 gears and waiting. After a week of real-world commuting, most testers end up using sport mode full-time, which defeats the mileage mission and still feels leisurely. Number 4, the chassis still favors isolation over involvement. Kia softened the rear bushings for 2026 to cut road noise, which only amplifies body roll. Motor Trend's Figure 8 test returned 0.79 G average lateral grip, tying the aging Rogue for last place and trailing the CX-50 by 8 points. The steering ratio stays at 14.2 to 1, but the new electric booster filters out the little mid-corner feedback that existed before. Push into a clover leaf, and the nose drifts wide while stability control chops throttle early. The same bend in a 2026 CR-V, lets you hold power and stay in the lane. If you care even a little about how a crossover steers, the Sportage still feels like it is wearing winter boots in July. Number 3, the touchscreen still makes you hunt for AC buttons. The curved 12.3-inch panel is pretty, but Kia's CCNC software update only reskinned the icons. The menu layers are identical. Climate controls remain buried in a subscreen that disappears whenever Apple CarPlay is active, so you have to exit CarPlay, tap Climate, adjust the temp, then restart CarPlay. Hey, 4 steps where Honda gives you a physical knob. Kia added haptic feedback, but latency is still 180 milliseconds, enough that you sometimes have to jab twice while the car is bouncing over broken pavement. Consumer Reports 2026 reliability preview lists infotainment unresponsive as the top early complaint for the Sportage, repeating 2025's pattern. Voice recognition improved marginally. It now understands "I'm cold" 72% of the time in third-party testing versus 92% for Ford's Sync 4. But that still means every third command is ignored when your hands are full of groceries and traffic is tightening. The system also refuses to split the screen between Apple CarPlay and native HVAC, so you must choose between seeing your map and seeing your fan speed. Over-the-air updates are promised quarterly, but the first one in April 2026 only changed the color of the shortcut bar. The menu structure remains stubbornly layered. After a month of daily use, most owners simply set the temperature to 70 degrees and leave it there, accepting sweaty afternoons and chilly mornings rather than dive back into the interface. Number 2, safety features inconsistency. Kia's forward collision warning algorithm was calibrated for European city traffic. On American 55-mile-per-hour two-lane roads, it misreads shadows from oncoming trucks and nails the brakes. NHTSA's early vigilance database shows 42 phantom braking reports for the 2026 Sportage in just 3 months, already topping the 2025 model's full-year tally. Lane keeping assist suffers the opposite problem. It undercorrects on faded markings and lets the car drift toward the shoulder before waking up, a behavior IIHS highlighted in its March 2026 tech brief. Adaptive cruise is jerky and stop and go because the Bosch radar unit dithers between 0.2G and 0.4G braking when traffic slows below 15 miles per hour. Toyota's new predictive cruise in the 2026 RAV4 uses map data to taper speed before a bend or toll plaza. Kia has no such feature on the Sportage, so you're either stabbing the brakes yourself or getting a free whiplash demo. Number 1, the value advantage has evaporated. Kia raised March 2026 MSRPs by $600 across the board, while Honda left CR-V pricing flat and Toyota trimmed $250 from the RAV4 LE. A mid-grade Sportage EX AWD, now stickers at $34,180. Only $80 shy of the CR-V EX AWD and $370 above the RAV4X LEAWD once you adjust for feature content using KBB's comparator tool. 3 years ago, a comparable Sportage undercut the CR-V by almost $3,000. That cushion is what let buyers rationalize the styling, the sluggish engine, and the wonky tech. With the gap erased, the residual value math turns ugly. ALG's latest 5-year residual forecast puts the Sportage X at 42%, 4 points below the CR-V and 6 behind the RAV4, so you'll also lose more money at trade-in. Incentives are minimal because Kia's national inventory sits at 28 days supply versus 45 for Toyota. Dealers aren't desperate enough to deal, which means you pay top dollar for the same old compromises. Lease payments reflect the same story. A 36-month term on an EX AWD averages $489 with 0 down, $38 per month higher than the CR-V, and $51 above the RAV4, according to TrueCar's national quote aggregator. Once you factor in the higher interest rate Kia's captive finance arm is charging for the Sportage, 6.9% APR versus 5.4% for Honda, the total cost of ownership gap balloons to nearly $2,400 over 5 years. The value equation that once made the Sportage a smart choice is vanishing, leaving it as just another option in a segment full of better-rounded alternatives.